is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFB this year, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Buckeyes' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking to scramble. Firing to the right, complete. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Quickly gets back on top of it and prevents a turnover.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it, slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Back to pass on second down. They're working that left side. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man on the outside. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Guys, let's take a big view of Texas. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these...
Gonna take a shot. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Lost to throw again. Dumps it to the back. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Really nice job by the running back setting up that angle route. He's making it look like he's running to the flat, and then he puts his foot in the ground, cuts back across the defender's face, and makes himself an easy target for the quarterback.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He's got it and still on his feet. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his act.
Looking for the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's locked. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Turning it on! Building momentum, picking up the chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
Rides the back and leaves it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Flushed out of the pocket. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. It's pretty clear he didn't care about the double coverage. He thought his guy was better than their 2 guys.
Well, and there's reason to think that. That dude's a stud, and I understand it. I want to find ways to get him the football, but when it's 2-on-1, I might think about looking somewhere else.
And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. The Buckeyes are marching down the field. Leaves it with the running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fears the pressure. Finding an escape route. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. First play of the period, first down here. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. Caught close to the marker. It's Cobb. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Castellanos. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The play action fake. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Good disciplined defense on that play. It's 3rd and long, right? You're not going to bite on a play fake. Nobody's going for that. Everyone knows it's a passing situation, and they use their speed to get to the QB.
Hunt is on its way. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experience depth, but now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
And the Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They bring him down, but not only do they get the turnover, he picked up a chunk of yardage, too.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Fires to the big fella. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Looking to throw on first down. Gets rid of it. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Yeah, how about the running back showing you a little agility, maybe a little toe tapping on the sidelines. He looked like a wide receiver. Make sure he kept his feet in bounds, makes the catch, gets some positive yards.
He wants to throw it again. He got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Texas!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Florida State has the lead at this time, but there haven't been quite as many tomahawk chops today as we expected. This is close. They're up by 7 over LSU. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to throw on first down. The short hands with Savage. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock.
Man, it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field. Gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball, a catchable ball down the field, and makes the big play. Nice toughness by that young man.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down, under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
The Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Unleashes one. Complete to the right. Breaks into the open. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top on first down. The short hands, it's Cobb. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Sends it downfield. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Here comes the heat. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Off the play fake on first down to throw. A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Longhorns will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's locked. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job of pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there through the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Here's a hit. Now he's going to break the pocket. Fires downfield. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Looking for more room. The 20. Inside, touchdown Longhorns! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Fires to the wideout. Got a wide open receiver. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. This noise, this crowd, and you can feel the jolt of energy going through the Buckeyes.
Well, everybody loves 5-yard runs, Reese, but come on, let's get real. When you're chucking the ball down the field and you got great quarterback play and wide receivers out wide that are making plays, fans go nuts, and the horseshoe is one of the loudest places in all of college football.
There he goes. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
And it's just a pick-your-poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man, really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass, but then what happened? The quarterback sees it. Not only does he see it, everybody trailing their guys.
And he lays out, and he's got it down the left side. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Wants to adjust the pattern. He wants it all. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from...
Oh, a lot of space. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Texas!
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the 2nd level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Starts the drive trying to go up top. That's reeled in. It's Clements. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Looking to throw on 1st down. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays, and the defense knows it too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, you've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
I know we're in the 3rd quarter, but because they're trailing like they are, they're right now in 4-down mode every single drive. You throw an incompletion down in the red zone, this is a no-brainer. They're going to be throwing it again, and we'll see if the defense can step up here.
Black 24. Black 24. Come on, set. Timber. Timber, go. Terrier.
On 4th down, going to the air. Turning it on. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get 1st downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll try to power it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making.
That ball is intercepted at the goal line.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it, basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
Yeah, nice run, and I think everybody knows. He's right there next to that 100-yard mark, 98 yards on the day. And that's a mark, man, when you hit that mark a lot of times and you take care of the football, you win a lot of football games. It's the more physical team. It's the team that makes it easy, makes it easier on their quarterback, and they've done that today.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll go to the ground. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The give to the tailback. He stopped well short of the line to gain at the 22. Not a chip shot field goal, but certainly makeable. We'll see what they do on 4th down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Coming out with it, it's locked. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Quarterback empties his backfield. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Quickly out to the tight end. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. To the air on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass.
He'll take a shot. Intercepted. Yes, even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll start this drive with a pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Trying to make magic with his feet. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Vincent. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Second down, he'll throw it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Looking to throw on third. Makes the catch. It's Vincent. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Offense has gained momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Motion from the wide receiver. He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
A nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays. Oh, and that's tough, man. It was drawn up right. It was a good throw. It was right in his hands. You just want your playmaker to make that play and get to the two-point conversion.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And they'll take a knee on fourth down, happy with their performance so far, and they'll turn it over in the waning moments. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Palmer.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. 2 ranked opponents, evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.